If you are over the age of 35, stop everything you're doing right now. After a lifetime of eating fatty foods, you may run the risks of a stroke or heart attack due to plaque buildup in your veins and arteries. To learn how you can reduce your risks, visit youthfountainlab.com or call 1-800-853-7856 today. This may be a life-changing call for you or someone you love. Thank you, and we hope to hear from you.
What's up? It's your favorite attorney. Looking into my email bank here so I can answer a question for you guys, get you some knowledge on child custody. So someone wrote, a few months ago, I moved back to Texas for personal reasons caused by living with my boyfriend's family. He stayed in the state I moved from. Now, because he's nonstop insulting me and only wants to get high and watch movies, I've decided that it's best if he's not in my unborn baby's life until he can get his life together. He blew up on me saying that he was going to take my child from me and that I will regret doing this to him. He's told me once before that he would not be at the baby's birth and therefore won't be signing the birth certificate. He calls me a bad mother, even though all I do is work and try my best to create a better life for my child than the one that I had. Can he take my baby from me once he's born? The father doesn't even have a job right now and can't support himself, much less a child. Would he be able to take my baby? If I moved while pregnant and the father's not on the birth certificate, can he take the baby once it's born? First, I want to start off by saying that I am very glad that you got out of this relationship, because if all he's doing is getting high and watching movies and he's not paying for nothing, you don't need 2 children, honey. I don't know how many children that you already have, but he's nothing but an additional child, and you don't need to be taking care of him and a new baby. If he says that he's not going to be at the child's birth, that's okay. Baby, be strong. A lot of women have to end up bringing a child in this world without help from anyone. It's very lonely, but you can get through it, and it will make you stronger. And what it will do, honey, is make you not want to deal with any of his bull mess at all. You'll have a very short fuse for his bull mess. So put yourself through going through it by yourself. Be happy that he's not there, because it seems like all he would be doing is causing confusion and turmoil anyways. And if he doesn't want to sign the child's birth certificate, he's not going to be able to do anything to you about where you are, where you're living, and all of these things, okay? It looks as if you moved back to Texas, so you must be from Texas. You had to move back to Texas for personal reasons, because you must have moved to another state to go be with him. You must have fallen out with him and his family, and you must not have any support in that state, so you've moved back home. In Texas, which you say that your location is Dallas, Texas now. In Texas, we normally impose what we call geographical restrictions, and a lot of states do this. The reason that they impose geographical restrictions on where the mother or the primary parent can live is because they want to make sure that they foster a close and continuing relationship between the non-custodial parent and the child. But honey, if somebody meets you where you are, okay? So at the end of the day, if somebody makes a child with the person that's not from this state and then doesn't help support that person and it doesn't work out, it's nonsensical for them to be upset if the person moves back to where they have help. A lot of the times people have to move where they have support. And a lot of the times women move to different states to be with these men. It doesn't work out, and then they need to go back home where they can find a job and where their family can help them. If that's what you have done, honey, I don't think any judge in the world is going to make you go back. That's the first thing. Second thing is he's going to have to file child support on himself to even have a say. And if he's getting high and watching movies, I don't think he's going to file child support on himself. So what you need to do is you go ahead and you need to file child support now. What you need to do is, if you have the money, you need to hire your own attorney. If you don't have the money, you need to go through the Texas Attorney General's office. You need to go online, key in Texas Attorney General, and look at the forms that they have. You need to fill that form out now. It does not matter that you are pregnant. You can fill that form out now and open that case now. Put his name on there now, okay? And then when you go ahead and you have that baby, You're going to call the Attorney General back and let them know that the child is living and breathing the date the child was born, and they will move forward with custody for you. Make sure that you're not passing this child back and forth to the father, because you don't want the father to abduct the child or hold on to the child and you not be able to get your baby back. But here's the thing. When two parents are on a birth certificate, each of them have 100% rights. The reason that they do is because no court has stepped in and said that one parent is the possessory parent and the other parent is the managing parent. So until the court determines which one of these parents is the manager, both of them can manage. Meaning, if you allow him to sign that birth certificate, honey, he can take that child back to whatever state he lives in, and nobody can do anything to him, and you're going to have to file in court just to get your baby back. So what I would suggest is that you're in Texas, go ahead and let the Attorney General know that you're pregnant, that he's the father of that child. Go ahead and get that case open and started. Okay, if you're on Medicaid and you're at the hospital, the Birth and Vital Statistics Office will link that Medicaid to your child. And when you go and you call the Attorney General once you get home, the Attorney General is going to pick up and run with your case. And the reason that they're going to pick up and run with your case is because there's now money owed to them. If you get food stamps, you get Medicaid, you get any sort of TANF government assistance, the Attorney General has a very big vested interest in making sure they put that father on child support so they can get their money back. So you're going to go ahead and open up that case now. Another thing that it does is, once you open up that case, the Attorney General is more than likely going to let you know that you should not transfer the child. You should hold on to the child until they're able to get you in court so that you don't have to worry about him taking that child from you. Again, like I said. But at the end of the day, if he's this much of a deadbeat, I doubt if he'll be doing anything other than putting up putting up a fuss and a fight and creating ruckus. If he doesn't have a job right now, and he can't support himself or a child, you did the right thing by leaving him, because no, he cannot take care of your baby. But here's the thing. It's not going to stop the Attorney General or your attorney from imposing child support against him just because he does not have a job. If a person does not have a job, there are homeless people on the street that have child support, and you have to pay your child support. And if you don't pay it, in Texas, there's a possibility that a case can be filed against you, an enforcement action can be filed against you, and there's a possibility that you could possibly go to jail for non-payment of child support down here, and a lot of states do the same thing. So at the end of the day, him not having a job is not going to stop him from having to pay for child support. He is still going to have to pay child support and medical support, so we don't care. But the fact that he does not have a job is not good for him, because he's going to have to figure out what he's going to use to pay that child support. That's his problem, not yours, okay? If you've decided that it's best that he's not in your unborn baby's life until he can get his things together, you need to let the Attorney General know that when you fill the form out. And you need to let them know, because they do ask questions about that. Now, when you talk about getting high and watching movies and things, it doesn't mean that somebody necessarily isn't a good parent just because they get high and watch movies. But if them getting high is on hard drugs and it is taking a toll on their lives, they probably should not be around that child unsupervised. So that's something that you need to bring up to the court and to the Attorney General and or your lawyer. Your lawyer will know exactly what to do. And you as a parent should not release that child to somebody who you know has mental health issues, drug addictions and or problems, and things of that nature. I wouldn't care about whether he calls you a bad mother or not, because anybody who would sit up here and tell you that they're not going to be at the birth and they're not going to sign a birth certificate is not a good father. So you guys don't need to waste time going back and forth about who's good and who's not. At the end of the day, nobody cares other than what is in the best interest of the child. So we don't care what he says about you. Obviously, you are a good mother because you are trying to give your baby a better life than you had, and you're going to work and he's not doing anything. So don't let the things that he says ruffle your feathers. It seems like he's able to use verbal abuse and or slander in order to get you right where he wants you. You say that he's nonstop insulting you, and you're pregnant. So he should understand that right now your hormones are out of control. He shouldn't even be saying these things to you. And a person has to really question an individual that will speak like that to a pregnant woman for whatever reason. So at the end of the day, you have done the best thing for yourself. And if moving back to Texas for personal reasons that were caused by him, is in your child's best interest, then you need to do that. And you let the court know that you moved back to Texas because he's not helping you. He's getting high. His family is creating issues, and you don't have anybody else. So at the end of the day, with what you've told me, I don't see anything wrong with what you've done. I don't see any problem. Just hurry up and get to that Attorney General office. Get to the Attorney General, okay? Thank you. Guys, make sure you submit your questions to me. Your questions very well can end up on this channel. My email address is booker@bookerlawfirm.com. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Legal, letter Q, letter T, and make sure you join my Instagram, she_yeah_lawyer. Okay, well, it's Attorney Allie Booker. Just getting you a little advice, a little assistance there, okay? Understand that I can only be surface with these because I don't know much about what's going on, but I'll help you guys to the best of my ability with what you tell me, okay? Y'all have a fantastic day. Until next time.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the African Diaspora News Channel app, now available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.